Hey, Tremaine, how you doing, man?
Good, what's going on?
I asked this to Micah as well, but we heard Tre'Davious after Monday's game say that this defense is finally starting to gel, and Micah explained it even further that it's beyond just getting used to the new personnel and new players, but just new procedures and new scheduling, what you can and can't do off the field. I'm curious from your perspective, what has that gelling process been like over the past couple months?
Yeah, it's been very unique, and just a situation that we're in. Guys can't get together outside of the facility like we previously could, or just getting together and doing stuff that I think gels a team together. And, sometimes I'm a true believer in. Sometimes you build a team, even stronger outside of the building. So, we have a great group of guys here that we would get together. As of last year, we'd get together and kind of just hang out and, kind of take our mind off ball and, just become closer with one another. And, that opportunity is not here this year. So, just kind of navigating through that and navigating through all the, Corona stuff that's going on out there and, following the protocols and, doing what we have to do. But, it takes time, man. And, it took time this year. The process never stops, man. We still going through the process and, we'll continue to go through it. But, like those guys said, it's a good thing to see that, these guys show up to work every day. And I think that's the one thing that we all appreciate from one another, that we can count on one another because we know what to expect out of each other during practice. And, I think that we hold each other to a certain accountability. And you can see guys, respecting that.
Just to follow up on that, do you feel like sometimes it's, for lack of a better word, not appreciated much from people outside of the building, how important those little things are that maybe the outside world, fans and whatnot, don't see, like the hanging out outside the facility or even having noise in the stadium on third downs? Do you feel like that kind of the importance of that ever goes underappreciated by people who aren't actively involved?
Yeah, I think so sometimes, man. It's kind of hard, not to feel the same exact way as the players do if you're not, in that situation. But, at the end of the day, we got to go out and execute. We got to do our job. We all, this is our job, so we have to find a way. And I think that's, been a key thing that we've been doing all year is just finding a way. And we got to continue to do that. And, things are going to come up. Every team is going through that this year, so we're not the only team. So, we just got to continue gelling together the best way that we can and just coming to work.
Gotcha. I appreciate you, Tremaine. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Tremaine, it's Kim Jones from NFL Network. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. I know that you're always productive, but your last 4 games, I think you've had 39 tackles. Is that a sign that health-wise you're back to being well enough that you're just you again, which is a great thing for the Bills?
I think the biggest thing is, Kim, is that I'm having fun out there. And, I honestly take my hat off just to the whole, the team, just the people that I have around me. I can't do it all by myself. I think just us as a team, we're having fun. And anytime you're having fun, I think those plays just kind of show up. I think guys are just, we're playing as a team, we're playing together and, not just on Sundays or whenever we play. It's just, throughout the week, we're having fun at practice. We're having fun in the building as far as getting better and, everybody's on the same page. And I think all that goes into it. So, I take my hat off to everybody that's around me because without those guys, as we know, football, you need all 11 guys doing one job. And, without those guys, I wouldn't be able to, move around on the field like I could. So, honestly, I take my hat off to those guys for, kind of making my job easier.
Scale of 1 to 10 on fun, where does a stop inside the 5-yard line rank?
Oh, that's very fun. That's probably the best of the best. That's just it's a statement, and that's a defense. We talk about that every week. When we get down in the red zone, we preach field goals and takeaways, and that's something that we instilled in our defense since day one. That's nothing new that we always talk about. So just to see it come alive and see the energy that the guys had, it's just that's what this game is about. Playing with energy and seeing all that hard work pay off. In a critical moment. So. I know all those guys were happy. I was happy just to see everybody jumping around. That's football at the end of the day. It's about having fun out there, and I was glad to be a part of it.
If I may slide a third question in, please. I I have to ask you about your brothers. And I know this happened last year, but it is so remarkable to be what the Edmonds family is, you know, with the combined rosters of the Steelers and, of course, the Bills. Is it special to you? It's got to be special to you to be on that field. And I think Trey might be on IR this time around, but my goodness, you know, Tremaine, no family does this. I know the Watts do it too, but that's really special stuff.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. And, you know, I don't want to ignore it, you know, being that I'm so locked into the game. But you can't ignore it, right? I mean, it's a special moment. And, you know, to speak with my family, you know, every time this game, well, it's the second time this came up now since I've been in the league. And just, you know, seeing how excited they are, it's just, you know, it makes me even more happier, you know, just to come to work and make sure I'm prepared the right way so I can go out and, you know, put on display to my family all the hard work that I've put in. And I know they'll do the same thing. And just, you know, we're a competitive family household. So, I mean, they just want to see us both, you know, go to work. And that's what we're going to do. You know, it's just, I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about it because when you just sit back and think about it, you're like, man, it's really true. I know this is not the second time now, but each year is the same feeling because, I mean, nothing's never guaranteed, you know. So this game wasn't guaranteed to see all of us play like last year. You know, obviously Trey's on IR this year, so something that small, you know. So you got to take in every moment that you can.
I thank you so much, Tremaine. And just real quick on the way out here for me, I can't tell you how many Buffalo people have told me I have to meet your mom. So one of the goals as I'm covering you Bills at some point is to meet Mrs. Edmonds.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It'll be good.
Thank you, Tremaine.
Not a problem.
Hey, Tremaine, Jason Wolf with the Buffalo News. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Appreciate your time. Curious, what do you think about Tyler Matakevich, what he's brought to the team this season, not only with his play on special teams, but what he brings to the linebackers room?
Yeah, man, Tyler's my guy. You know, just a guy that he's gonna give you his all. I mean, he's been going full force at it since he first got here, and you know, he's a guy that's bought into the process, guy that comes to work each and every day, and I mean, it shows out there in practice. You know, you see him, you know, aiming to get better. He comes to work every day with, you know, something on his mind as far as something he wanted to get better with. And, you know, he's not afraid to ask a question, you know, being a new guy in the system. So, you know, just good to have a guy like that around. I mean, as you can see his production, you know, on special teams and, you know, things he's doing for us this year, you know, a guy that's going to find a way to get to the ball. And, you know, a guy that takes, you know, leadership in that special teams unit and leading those guys out there. So, you know, I take my hats off to him, and he's doing a good job.
Given his experience with the Steelers for the last 4 years, was he able to share anything with you guys? I mean, don't tell me exactly what, obviously, but was he able to share anything about what you guys can expect or any little tips or tricks that you think might be able to help you out?
You know, not really. We just kind of, you know, just been doing our job as a defense, you know, preparing each and every week like we always prepare.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Tremaine, this is Jordan LaBarber with Bills.com. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Guess just following up on the subject of your brothers, how much do you guys lean on each other through the grind of a season, especially, I guess, when you're dealing with the injury early on?
Yeah, I think a lot, man. You know, just knowing that we put the work in together, I think this helps it out a lot, you know, because we know that we've been there before. You know, we know what it took to get to this point. So, you know, just leaning on one another to pick us back up because, as we know, man, it's a big mental part of the game, you know, especially when you get injured and you just need somebody to talk to. It's not always talking ball, you know, I want to say. So just having somebody to understand what you're going through, somebody that's been through that same situation as you is always good to kind of talk through situations.
And then I want to ask about, you know, Leslie said you kind of rally the troops on the sideline in moments of adversity. When you're talking to your teammates before they go on the field, what are you trying to instill? What emotions are you trying to inspire? What's your general message, I guess?
The biggest thing is starting fast. You know, every situation is going to kind of be different, you know, when we are talking, you know, on the sideline or whatever. But biggest thing, man, is starting fast, you know, playing physical, playing free, you know, the guys just having fun. I think if I had to say number one thing is having fun. You know, if you have fun, a lot of those things kind of take care of itself. And, I mean, that's it. Like I was telling, you know, Kim earlier, and it's just about, you know, it's just about everybody out there kind of playing as one. And, you know, when you having fun as a whole unit, you know, guys are just, you see big things happen. And I think that's one of the probably biggest things that you can't ignore. And, you know, we do a great job with that here at practice. You know, it don't just show up in the game. I mean, we practice that here every day at practice, and you know, it's just showing up.
Thanks a lot, Tremaine. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Tremaine, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Ashley Holder with Channel 2 here. So around this time, there's always a lot of scenarios for teams to clinch a playoff spot. You guys have a couple, obviously, for this Sunday. Is that something that stays in the back of your mind at all? That, okay, against this type of team, all these other scenarios happen, we could be good for the
I mean, you kind of hear it from the outside, you know, to be honest with you, but, you know, and at least from my perspective, I kind of try to stay locked in because you never know what could happen. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios. It's still, you know, a lot of teams still have 4 games left. So, I mean, things could change in 1 week, you know. So you kind of just stay locked in and kind of stay, you know, on task of what you got to do that week. And, you know, with the mindset to win that week, and all you can control is what happens after that. You know, if you win, good things happen. So, I mean, we just got to stay locked in and do it that way.
All right, thanks.